Hello? Testing. Testing. Is this thing on? Looks like it is on. And closed captions are working. Everything's going beautifully right now. Okay. Hello! Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday afternoon for me, whatever time of day it is for you. Yeah, I thought we could hang out and go over some of our games with no stream delay, which is exciting, as well as talk about one particular moment in one particular game, which we might start with. That was pretty exciting when it happened. So, why don't we do that? Let's see if I can find this. I'll turn the music down a little bit. You may or may not remember this moment here. I'm covering up my own face, but that's okay. This is a moment from round 2. Ow! Where we made a push that we maybe shouldn't have made. Oh my god. So lucky. And we get lucky. I would really like you to stop killing them, actually. We kill a bunch of our opponent's units that actually gives him more opportunities to attack us. Because they're just getting more attacks on you. Oh my god. We're at 7. He's got one attack that he can do now. Lost. Yeah, I am convinced we just lost. In a second here, yep, he chooses to attack with that one. Oh my god! Oh my god! And somehow we live. Fuck. Hello, Trin94. And that was the insane moment that happened during the ladder tournament in round 2. Trin94, hey ho, how are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. I spent the last 6 weeks in a Battle for Wesnoth multiplayer tournament. Did not do very well, as it turns out. And I am going to talk about some of the rounds that we lost, some of the rounds that we won, and some probability. Because that sounds like fun to me. So stick around if that's your jam. Turn the music back on. So basically, it was a bad time. It was a really bad time, but technically we lived, and we got out of there, and we ended up winning that game. So the question that I wanted to answer was, okay, that was really dumb. How bad of a decision did we make to leave our leader there? So let's jump into the replay. Right. So this is the turn that it all happened on. For those of you who didn't watch this game, and we'll come back to this probably to just sort of walk through what happened. Our opponent started up here. They pushed down on us. They ended up switching with us because we were recruiting units over here. They stole a bunch of villages, but we killed a bunch of their units, and now they're sort of in our keep, and we're trying to finish them off. And I'm taking back all of their villages, and we're going to very quickly here get a gold advantage that they can't come back from. So this is the turn in question. He pushed out with his leader. His leader's at 26. My leader's at 50, and I make the decision to attack with my ranged attack, right? So that's a 7x4 fire breath attack, which against a Dwarvish Stalwart is a 6x4. And he's got 40% defense, so we've got a 60% chance to hit. So 6 by 4, you do the math, that's 24. We cannot possibly kill this stalwart, but we can put some serious pain on him, and then in a future turn, if we're able to get a single hit off, we can end the game, is essentially what I was thinking when I made this attack. I was also thinking, hey, it's the middle of the day. I'm lawful. I'm at 50 hit points. I'm fine, right? Did I do the math? No, I didn't. So note that I start at 50 health. The first thing that's going to happen is this attack. He has a ranged attack back at me, so that's a 70% chance to hit me with a javelin. That's the other thing. As a Drake, I'm on a 30% defensive tile here. So we just sort of saw how this ends up. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped animations. I move over, make a recruit, come back. He hits me. I do 3 out of 4. He's at 8. I'm feeling pretty good about that, to be honest. I come down here, hoping to kill that thunder. I don't quite get there, but I'm, confident that I should here. Gato Fatuo. Gato Fatuo, I'm gonna say. Hello! So we come in, we make that attack, we don't kill him, he's still alive. But I'm sitting pretty because I'm like, okay, max 2 units can attack me. We're in good shape. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And I come down here and I try and, just threaten some things, make it so that it's awkward no matter what he does with his stalwart. He attacks me, I kill his unit. He attacks me, I kill his unit. He ends up getting 4 attacks on me and dropping me to 2 hit points. So then the question that I wanted to answer was, alright, obviously at the end of this we're feeling like we got super lucky and we shouldn't still be alive. Did we? What was our risk of death when we made the decision to attack his leader on turn 15 at 50 health? So that's a question I wanted to answer. And I happen to know a little bit about probability. So let's try and answer it. And the way we're going to do this is with... I'm going to show you, sort of walk you through my process, and then I'll show you the result here. Risk seems like it would be very high, since thunders are very likely to have died to allow extra attacks. Yes. So let's get into this. So this is just to show you sort of how probabilities sort of balloon out of control, and why this is sort of a challenging calculation to make. So we start with, I have a choice to attack. When I choose to attack, the leader has a chance to attack me back. So he's got a 30% chance of doing 0 damage back to me, and a 70% chance to do 9 damage back to me. Thank you, Gato Fatuo, for that follow. I really appreciate that. Right, so there's that at the start. So 70% chance of 9 damage, 30% chance of 0 damage. Then he's going to attack with 1 Thunderer. Again, 70% chance of 20 damage, 30% chance of 0 damage. The way we get... So we add everything together to find out our range of options. So 0 plus 0, 0 plus 20, 9 plus 0, 9 plus 20. That gives us our 4 potential outcomes after the first attack. Hey, Trend94, thank you for that subscription. I really appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Thanks for supporting me. And then we need to calculate how likely that is, and to calculate probabilities of 2 things both happening, you multiply them together. So the probability of a total of 0 damage being dealt to me is 30% times 30% is 9%, right? And we do that for everything. This one's relatively simple because we don't have to collapse anything. You'll see in a second that we need to collapse things as we go. So now this is where we sit after that first attack. We could have taken 0 damage, 9 damage, 20 damage, or 29 damage. The single most likely thing to have happened is that we took 29 damage with a 49% chance of that happening. However, the most likely, it's more likely at a 51% chance that we take less than 29 damage, right? So this is sort of how probabilities work. We can do that for the second Thunderer, and we get this spread of probabilities. Now you'll note that there are a couple of different ways that we can end up with 20 damage dealt to us. That could be we got dealt 20 damage within the first set, and then we took an additional 0 damage. You have to go. Good night. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out. And there will be a VOD, so go ahead and check that out if you feel like it. So we can get to 20 damage either by having already taken 20 and taking a further 0, or by having taken 0 and then taking a further 20. So we multiply the two options and add them together. So either 21.21 times 0.3 plus 0.7 times 0.09, right? And now we have this spread of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options after the second Thunder. And then we have one guardsman, a second guardsman, and then that's going to leave us with some final spread of damage that could be dealt to us. This is assuming that he gets all of his units to attack, right? This is just purely if all 4 units attack, how much damage are we going to be dealt? Now, it balloons pretty quickly, right? So I wrote a quick Python script to do this for me. I'll bring that over here now, instead of having to calculate it by hand and go through and do all of that. So we have this Python script, and for now we're going to ignore these lines here. So this is that spread, right? There's a lot of different options for the amount of damage we could have dealt to us, because when we get to the guardsman, it's no longer just 2 options. It's no longer 0 and damage. It's 0, 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack. I assume you made sure to check that the traits are accounted for. Yes, so I'm hard coding the amount of damage that they do. So let me show that real quickly, because that is an important thing to do, right? So what we've got is, this is one of the guardsmen. He can do 7, 14, and 21 because he's strong. And guardsman number 2 does 0, 5, 10, and 15 because he's not strong. So actually what I ended up doing was just going back to this turn and seeing that against a Drake Flare, he's doing 5 damage, and against a Drake Flare, he's doing 7. So I accounted for traits. Yep. I got my damage numbers straight from right here. That's a good thing to ask, though. All right, we're back here. So we hard code that in, and we get this spread of basically 0% chance that we take 0 damage over all of that. And you go down here, and the single most likely event to happen is still not very likely because we got this huge spread. 5% chance of 53, 6.5% chance of 73 damage. That might be the single most likely event to happen. Yeah. So, then chance of death is then what was our hit points? 50. Add up everything that does, add up the chance of dealing 50 or more damage, and that's the chance to kill. Relatively straightforward. Turns out, it's not overwhelmingly likely. It's 75% roughly. It's about 3/4 of the time, which is actually not bad when you think about it. It's not good. It's very not good, but it's not 90%, right? So that was step 1, relatively easy. But then we have to account for the fact that maybe he doesn't get all of his attacks, right? So we need to know the chance of us to kill his unit in each case. So that allows us to more accurately correct this. So the first thing is that first unit that he attacks us with has 3 hit points and is on a 30% tile, and we have 4 attacks. So we can calculate the chance to kill on that. The way I did it was using a binomial distribution. There are a couple different ways you could do it. That, it turns out, we have a 99.19% chance of killing that unit. Killing the second guardsman is a lot less likely. There's the second thunderer. Killing the second thunderer, we only actually had a 65% chance to kill, because we needed to hit 3 out of 4 attacks to do that. And that works out to 65. So then, the way I have adjusted is that the probability of damage in the 4th attack is scaled by the probability that either that one thunderer or the other thunderer dies, because you get that 4th. I guess it's the 3rd attack, because the first attack is me attacking and getting hit back by the stalwart. So we get attacked by that 3rd attacker, that first guardsman, if either thunderer dies. Right, and we'll go back. I want to show that to make sure there's no confusion here. I really wish there was like a just go back a move button in the replay, but there's not. So we'll go to turn 15. So if this thunderer dies, then great, he can move in with this one. He can move his leader back and attack from here with this second thunderer. So if either thunderer dies, he gets a 3rd attack. And the probability of that, probability A or B, is given by the probability of the first one dying plus the probability of the second one dying minus the product of those 2 probabilities. I'm not going to get into the theory of that. I'm not a teacher. I'm not trying to teach you all probability, but that is the probability of A or B happening. So then we scale the probability column in that attack by that value. It's a very small value, or it's a very small difference. In fact, we can just let's find out exactly what that is. Yeah, so there is a 99.7% chance that he is able to get a 3rd attack. So it doesn't change the probabilities of damage on that 3rd attack very much. However, the 4th attack, that last guardsman, we have to kill both thunderers for that to happen. So that is going to be simply the product of that. The probability of 2 events happening is the product of those 2 probabilities. Again, it's not going to be a big difference, so it's going to be roughly 0.65. 65%. Yeah, it's 64.5 instead of 65%. It scales down slightly, but then we scale the probabilities in this column by that amount, because there's less of a chance of that damage happening. All of this is to say, you do the math, you do all that math, and we end up with a chance to kill of only 47.9%. So essentially our opponent flipped a coin, which means while we got lucky, while we made a bad decision, I'm not trying to get out of the fact that we made a bad decision here, chat. While we made a bad decision, it wasn't quite as catastrophically bad as it might have otherwise been, and how it looked the way it ended. When we ended with 2 hit points, it looked like we got incredibly, incredibly lucky. And that's not quite true, right? We flipped a coin. 50-50. And it came up for us in that instance. All right, cool. So I coded that up this afternoon, and I just wanted to show that off as we started to talk about strategy and work our way through this. So this very unlikely event was unlikely, but not very unlikely, is the end statement here. And now, sort of, chat. It's up to you. What games do you want to see? I've downloaded all of the rounds and all of the games that we played. And if there are things that you want me to go over, we can go over those. If not, we can just sort of work our way through them chronologically, which will be kind of painful because we've learned a lot since our first game. Yeah, I'm done to do whatever at this point. And I've organized them by round and game, so we can do whatever. Pick a close loss. Those are always the most interesting. You assume I remember how all of the games played out. Let's see. Round 6, game 2, maybe? This wasn't really a close loss, though. Was it? It kind of was. Let's step through this and see if we can learn some things. Let's do each team here. So we are goblin, orcish, chaotic folk at this point. I think I did a reasonable job. Well, let's take a look here. 2 wolf riders. Let's see how my village capture goes right at the beginning here. So we grab those 2, and now these 3 units are kind of stranded. Cranker Vogel. Hello! How's it going? Welcome to chat. I wonder... And we saw this from our opponent. They only recruited 3 units. Ones that can immediately capture a village. And then immediately moved their leader up to go to one of these. I wonder if that's maybe a better strategy on this map than to do this. It doesn't actually really cost us time. So we have... If we didn't recruit these, we would be -3 units right now. How quickly can we reach parity? So if we hadn't recruited those, that probably would have been Grunt and either an archer or an assassin here instead of the goblin spearman. And we'd have a little bit more gold. No more movement. Yeah, I think it would have ended up being roughly the same. Not sure I'd call this one close. Yeah. But I think there's still things to learn from this. So our opponent does exactly that. They recruit going down for the lake, up there, and down for the lake. So I suppose in our case that could have been assassin here, wolf rider, maybe if we wanted to mirror that. I'm not sure that we want to mirror that though. And see, now we would be able to get 2 more units if we hadn't gotten these 3. And we would only be 1 unit, we'd be a half unit behind. Basically, we'd have everyone except for the spearmen. Yeah, so it's probably better on this map to not spend a lot of time recruiting way back here. Oh, we wouldn't be behind at all because we recruit here and then go down and recruit here. Yeah, okay. So that's an important lesson. On this particular map, probably don't do that. Let's just breeze through some of the others and see what we got. So, I mean, let's start at the beginning, I guess. And just sort of see what's interesting. This is when it was half over? Do I not have the full replay here? Apparently not. Okay. Well, let's go here then. Hello. I'm gonna ask. I know I've asked this before, and I'm sorry. High Tyrol? High Tyrol? How should I be pronouncing your name? High Tyrol. Got it. I will attempt to remember that. We're going back through some things here. I feel like this game was pretty close until I lost. You know? As most games are. They're close until you lose. Each team here. And just sort of play this out. Nice shirt, it looks good with the headphones. Thank you. This is just a purple shirt. But it's a good purple. Hey, this looks familiar. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Quincy2112? Quincy2112 in chat? That's weird. That's suspicious. Okay. Let's keep looking at this. I actually want to switch this to a full map, just so we have a better chance of analyzing things. And actually, let's stop immediately and just see from a map perspective what looks like the closest village to pressure. The southernmost village appears to be this one. And it's a little bit more isolated from nearby villages than this one is. So I would probably, looking at that, I would say that this is probably the right village to pressure first from our side. It looks like this map actually is symmetric, so the other one would be this one. No, this is not symmetric. I take it back. This is not a symmetric map. but I do still think it's this one. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tiles from this keep. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles from this keep. This map seems to have less of a clear side to attack. It's also approachable from a wider angle. Yeah, just because of how reinforcements would work, I think this is the right keep. This is the right village to pressure, because I can get reinforcements there rather quickly. If I pressure over here, it's a lot harder for me to bring reinforcements up, right? So that the closest keep tile is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think that left side is the right place for me to pressure, and right side is the correct place to pressure if you're on the northern side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus your closest recruit is going to end up being this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I think because of reinforcements, it's left side for me, right side for the opponent. And we're going to very quickly sort of see that. So I see my opponent, and I make a decision pretty early to move over left. Now, I don't think I knew this. I don't think I knew that you could see me here. I was hoping to catch you unaware. I want to see what you do here. So five movement. 1, 2. No, I wanted to get over there to do recruiting though, so I wanted to move fast. And moving around the southern half of this is not quick. 1, 2, 3. I think that would have been 4, 5. So 4, 5. I don't think there was a way for me to do this without you seeing it. And still get there in time. But I also don't think I realized that you saw me move. Because as soon as you see this, like very clearly, I'm not dropping back here, I'm not dropping back here, I'm not dropping back here. I'm going this way. Which should tell you that I'm attacking on that side and you have a chance to react to that before I want you to be able to react to that. You recruit a bunch of units over here. Now this is all I've seen though. I see another archer over here. I don't know that this is the only other unit over here. Now I know your leader's not here. Fencer goes up and shows me... Ah, your leader's over here. And you've recruited a full keep. It's also already first watch, so from a time of day perspective, you can't threaten anything this evening, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. We're going to continue rotating over. Now, I saw that. Because I think I saw the assassin move through this tile, I think is what happened. So I know that that assassin is there. But what you have is you know where everybody is. These wolf riders are showing you everything. Whereas I can't see everything. I should have moved him tile by tile to avoid being seen. I realized it as soon as I did it. Yeah. And now you're going to rotate over to try and counter me. And I can see you sort of solidifying your base. But I can also see that, at least right now, there's only the 3. But I'm going to wait until a favorable time of day. I am going to reinforce over here because I saw a full keep of units. And I see another recruit. And I mean, at this point, like... Obviously, I thought the assassin was here because I saw him move through this space. I didn't realize he'd stopped there. I would have thought he could have kept going. But now I know exactly where he is. Now this might be... something of a mistake. Was that a misclick? There was a misclick that happened at some point in here, and I can't remember where it was. But it's second watch, and I'm not in a position to attack next turn. We go with a cavalryman for blade attacks, because those seem pretty good against orcs. I think I should have relied a little bit more on spearmen, if I'm being honest. Just the cost difference between them. Come on, game. Yeah, 17 versus 14. Mages for guaranteed damage seemed important, although not... We talked about this a lot after this game, actually. I was getting mages primarily to counter the Orcish assassins more than anything else. I think I did overdo it with mages. You're still rotating over. I'm going to try and get into a position to attack next turn, but I'm not going to be very successful. I think I just needed better positioning here. Also, that was a mistake. This mage could have moved the previous turn and should have moved the previous turn. That mage should be up here now. Like, what were you going to do? Push me? If you pushed me to attack the mage, I kill whatever unit you push me with. Units. So that mage should have already been up here to give me more flexibility in movements. Also, I don't know why I hung back so far. Oh, that's right. I wanted to be able to push over here if I needed to, but also it's about to be day. You outnumber me 4-3. But I've got this fencer who can really easily reposition. It's daytime. You're not going to push that. So I shouldn't have left this horseman back. I should have pushed up. Okay, I pushed up. I should have pushed up more, though. I didn't push up. I should have pushed up. Now that mage is there, but it's too late. That mage gets to here. Probably should have. Again, you're not gonna attack me. I don't think. Not in this situation, because that puts you away from your village and lets you get killed. So I should have been a little bit more aggressive with my movements. I am trying to use Zone of Control here to prevent attacks on that mage. You know, maybe that's okay. Between the wolves, you could try to pressure that. I think if I had used this horseman better, put him maybe over here, there might have been ways for me to push up further. And this was not a great idea, because this prevents me from being able to recruit reinforcements. Two wolves on a mage isn't a guaranteed kill, and I'd be losing two wolves, and you still could have pushed more. Yeah. Against a mage is just 6-3, 5-3. This would have been a 40% defense tile, or like hell, if I moved to here, right? You've only got a 40% chance to hit. Yeah, I could have pushed more. I was being overly cautious. And that bites me in terms of positioning I can do in the next turn. I go to take out the wolf. Which does happen. And now this mage can't do anything. I don't think this mage couldn't do anything regardless. And that was the mage. I think that was the mage that I forgot to move that turn earlier. That should have been like up here. So that bites me a lot, because if I had been able to get this mage up to the grunt, then I could have, 9-3. Potentially we kill that grunt and we take the village this turn with the cavalrymen, who can then attack the archer. Like, that would have been a much better turn here. As it is, we just do damage, and we don't actually take the village, and we have to move up slowly. And again, I make a mistake. I push with my leader. I've got 17 gold. That's another fencer. Right? Like, that's... not a horseman. That's another cavalryman? Yeah, that's another cavalryman. But instead I don't recruit with my leader, and I'm just sitting here doing nothing. And I don't have reinforcements coming up. Getting two mages in the village would have been key. I positioned poorly, so you would have easily taken it. Yeah. Yep. So we identified some of the mistakes. The last time we went over this game, we identified some of the mistakes in this turn here. But really, there was positioning that happened 2 turns ago that caused me to not be able to take this village. So there's a lot that didn't go right here. Get poisoned, you're going to switch some units out, which makes sense. Now, at this point, this is a failed attack. But I haven't lost any units. And I've pushed you off of momentum. If I disappear this next turn, I don't think you can profitably follow me. And then you can't attack me during the night very well. I don't think. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. But, point is, I make a poor decision here, which is to double down. And I go in on the assassin. Luckily, I don't get hit back. I do get hit back, and I kill. This is a choice. I'm still threatening the village, which is a mistake. Because the time of day is going to turn, and I'm going to be caught way out of position here. That was a misclick. I believe that was a misclick. 9. We were here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe it's not. Maybe I was trying to get over there. What is this? Two mages kill a village and then one spearman takes it. Would have been good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that would have been the better play. I was overly scared of the assassin, I think, is what drove me in that situation. But why am I still pushing with my leader? What is this? At this point, I haven't learned that I need to be constantly reinforcing any attacks, and instead I'm banking gold right now. I don't think I was attacking your assassin. I think I was trying to prevent attacks. I was trying to prevent the 3v1 on my mage. Is what this is. But I should have been getting a reinforcement every turn. So there should be another fencer, another spearman, 2 more spearmen, something like that coming up to help out by now. And you rightfully surround my fencer, although skirmisher means that he can't really get trapped, which is kind of nice. So that's less of as bad a move as I thought it was. But he's still gonna die, I assume. Maybe not. Maybe he lives. No, he dies. He does die, okay. Switch out for a healthy grunt. Attack the mage. Poor XP management. Yeah. And you forgot to recruit? Oh, man. Alright. We run away. We can't do anything with that. Afternoon and orcs don't recruit, I'm throwing. I don't know about that. Like, poison took 3 of my units completely out of this attack. They can't defend anyone else and they have to be defended, which is really, really hurt me. Because right now, I'm ahead, I think? Yeah. But I haven't recruited and you have way more units. And so now the massacre happens. Again, we run away here. The problem... So how should I have defended this? Honestly, if we run the mage down here... Pop the spearman over one. The cav goes here. That blocks That blocks the Wolf Rider. I think it blocks most of everyone. The question is going to be sneaking around the back edge here at that point. Okay, so I do that. Right, I run back that way to try and get to this keep. And then I don't want my leader left out alone. Yeah, that's not great. I think I should have used the fact that this is an unpassable terrain, and I should have brought the mage down to here, and the cavalrymen to here. Yeah. And the mage was just in the wrong spot. Like, I tried to retreat back this way, and I should have... Everyone else is retreating this way. I should have continued that and blocked off over here. Yeah, we get to heal the horsemen there. Also, these guys should have... At least the fencer should have circled around to here by now. Okay, he does. But I think that should have happened last turn. Because now the cav gets surrounded and killed. And so does the mage, if I remember right. And when that happens, that opens up everything else. And the units I was trying to protect die. Whereas if the mage had been like right here, that would have provided a second zone of control to stop that Wolf Rider. So at this point, the game is lost. I think. I can make a bunch of recruits, but it doesn't really matter. We've talked about some other things that I did poorly here, which was, I think I stayed here. I should have switched. Horseman goes down, Spearman goes to here. I'm just trying to save any unit I can at this point. That felt bad. This was weird. Did I just forget about the right side? Is that what happened here? I think that might have been what happened. I think I forgot about the right side. Or maybe I decided I didn't want to attack, but either way, I should have moved. Could have defended both of those a little bit better. Okay, so now this game is over. Let's jump ahead to round 4. Okay. Our opponent is Galifax. This is another game that we learned a lot from. This is where we started to look for what village should we be pressuring first. Because we kept trying to pressure this village when this village is a much easier one to pressure. But the reason we did that was sort of our recruits are easier or further south on this side. Anyway, let's just slowly go through this. Heavy reliance on spearmen from our opponent. And we've decided that for undead, Dark Adepts is really good, and it's kind of the way to go. We're going for a quick push on the left side. Spearmen should be punishable with undead. Yeah. Skeleton's quite good against spearmen. That bat should have been center. And just luck of the draw, we don't quite. And we are actually pressuring right side also. Do we take that village? Oh, we get unlucky and we don't take the village. We kill, but we don't take. And he's able to surround our adept. That's the problem. Hang on, let's go back. I want to start this over again. This is 4-1, right? I want to take a closer look at that first attack. So, how should that have worked? Here, with the hope that it's here, take, attack, take. Because that leaves our most expensive unit freely able to retreat. Pushing with attacks on both sides doesn't seem too effective. 2 adepts are more than twice as useful as 1. Yes. I don't think an attack with 3 units is workable here. 2 units can't consistently kill a spearman on a village, and if you're killing the unit without taking the village, it's not an effective attack. I'm not sure I totally agree with that. I agree mostly. I think the attack is still... Well, okay, so let's put it this way. I think the attack on the right is definitely worthwhile. Because I do think if we can kill a unit and retreat safely, that's just straight advantage for us, even if we don't take the village. The problem is trying to get out of there safely, and that might be where the issue is. But if I had just positioned this way instead, that spearman's dead. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's not really anyone else coming. So then he takes the village back and is able to surround the ghost and the skeleton. And he's got 1 reinforcement coming. But now our adept is fully free in that situation. I'm not sure. I'm not sure here. This is deciding to split instead of committing with a stronger force on one side. I definitely do see that. And, again, my leader is off getting villages and not able to recruit, so there's no one coming. I only have that first keep's worth. So maybe that's a bigger issue here. Well, that up's on the right and the village is taken. He'd be scared to try and attack. Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna do that. I have 6 gold, so I can't make another recruit right now. So I make the decision to go take that village instead. Adept goes over there. So we should go bat here. Okay, so this should have been a skeleton. Skeleton takes that village. If we just switch the skeleton and the adept, and we send these 4 on the right side. Skeleton takes that village. Bat takes that village. Bat has 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can push down 1 before we have to turn around and take that village. Skeleton pushes forward. And now I've got 4 units right side. I've taken that village on turn 3. Turn 4, I'm back here. And turn 5, I can recruit maybe a ghost. Or another skeleton over here. Maybe skeleton south for village. Bat for top village. Skeleton left. And then bat south. So bat goes top left, middle left. Skeleton goes right, then bottom. So skeleton goes top left, or sorry, bat goes top left to middle left. Skeleton goes right, then bottom left. That's probably a better way of doing that. It prevents me from seeing who my opponent is right away. But maybe that's not important for the first push. Like, I'm not reacting with more units. Yeah, scouting sucks in that situation. I can grab that village. Grab that village. I'm gonna have 14 gold at the start of next turn. That's enough to recruit another skeleton archer. That's enough to recruit a skeleton archer, right? Or another bat, for instance. So maybe we do that, where we put the skeleton here, take this, bat goes here. We then next turn recruit another bat. No, that doesn't make sense. I think we might just be okay with poor scouting at that point. Like, we're pushing no matter what first night, because undead always push first night. So yeah, I think skeleton here. Dark Adept is over here instead. My Dark Adept's here, rather, and we run that one down that way. Now we've got 4 units on right side to pressure that first village. And we're not doing this. Again, we need to keep the ability to reinforce open. That really pushed us off momentum. Now notice, hang on, notice, this fencer, when he saw that I had 3 units on this side, that fencer, which was over here, pushed left. So we had fewer units to deal with because we had this faux attack happening on the left side. We would be recruiting this turn. So that would not be possible. And then there'd be a fencer over on this side, which would wreak havoc on our adepts. So that is just some more complication in there. Still, lessons to be learned. Adepts counter fencers more than fencers counter adepts. Yeah, sure. Right. I was about to say, the risk with fencers is that they can sacrifice themselves to cut off your retreat. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking about. That fencer probably dies, but he might keep an adept in place to be murdered by spearmen during the day. Okay, alright. So that's some good... Those are some good things to think about with this map. And just for the rest of the game, I keep trying to push left, and I should have been focusing right a little bit more. Alright, I'm out of water. So I'm gonna do a quick 60-second break and get some more water. Stand up, stretch your legs. I'm gonna run 60 seconds of ads for the channel, and then we'll be right back when I have returned with water. So we can keep going, or maybe we can go do something different. We'll see. Back in a second. Hey, I'm real good at this. I thought I clicked to unmute, and I sure didn't. I must have just missed the actual unmute button. What I was saying that nobody heard was I think we got two options moving forward. We can look over round 6, game 1, some of round 5 maybe. Or I can pull up some of the quarterfinals matches that has already happened, and we can sort of step through those and take a look at what was going on in those matches and watch some really good Wesnoth. Up to chat, I think. Gotta head out. But maybe the Caffeine Matto game was pretty interesting. You saw it live. Okay. I did just download that. So, take care. Have a good rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is for you. Evening. Actually, I think I know your time zone. So, evening. Why don't I load up that Caffeine replay? And we can see what we can figure out from that. Go each team and just watch it and see what happens. So we got elves up top, trolls down bottom. Doesn't recruit a full keep. Immediate village capture. Hang on. These guys, there's too much here. Village capture. Village capture, are you gonna grab that? Yeah, okay. Village capture. Village capture. Wolf Rider doing scouting versus Wolf Rider grabbing villages. Bunch of grunts from Cackfiend. Makes sense. A lot of elvish fighters. So Cackfiend's going to make a evening attack, choosing to go on against the village with the archer. 1 out of 4, so some unlucky attacks there. But it's only dusk. Matto. Moving down. Let's read some of the chat. Not going for forward keep with leaders, quite unusual here. Should be easier to defend. Okay. Send a scout left. He doesn't want to stay. Okay, so he's going to give up that village to keep his unit alive. Makes sense. We're going to do a wolf rider versus a scout because it's nighttime. Goblin spearmen to help defend against the scouts. I've got the other wolf rider coming over as well. Cacfiend pushing up. It's now first watch. He's here to stay. Sneaking right by. Okay. Shaman. A little bit of healing. Gonna defend that village. And I would guess that he's gonna try and take a village in order to counteract the village that he's lost up north. See how this is easily defended. He's going to try and hold that village. Elves are now pushing down. It's dawn. We're going to slow on the grunt. Able to get a number of attacks off on him. The slow is vital before using the fighters. To make that a really uneven fight. Scout takes the village back. Now we're at parity in terms of village control. Goblin is going to attempt to free the grunt. Marksman is enough to finish that off. Wolf Rider's going to make the attack on the scout. Second Wolf Rider comes down to finish that off. So you want to grab that village back as quickly as possible and not leave a scout behind your line able to keep grabbing villages. A little bit of do-si-do up top. Right now, Cacfiend is well in the lead. Some interesting. So, experience management going towards the elf, or towards the shaman to try and level her up. Able to do some serious damage on that assassin. Wow. Gets the kill on the assassin. He'll take the village. He's sort of able to ignore that left village that Cacfiend has moved up. Moving out with the leader. Got a Naga. I don't know how to use Nagas, so this is something I'll be watching closely. There's enough water, obviously, that they can go places. I just always feel like they're so restricted in their movement that it's never made sense. But I suppose 4 melee attacks when you're defending against fighters could be quite good. Gonna take another village. Using a troll. Troll to block a little bit. Mage doing some serious work during the day. Interesting experience management going to the fighter and not the shaman. That is a significant amount of damage on the leader. Doesn't go to double down with the fighter and instead gonna try and kill the grunt. Doesn't get the kill, does get the slow. Now the shaman only needs a kill to level up. Starts attacking with his leader. Using leadership to try and put some extra damage on the grunt. That makes sense. I'm going to assume that fighter couldn't get around to get leadership. Spearman on the archer there. The grunts are seriously taking villages up north, though. Cagfiend has a troll leader, so with regenerate, which is quite nice. Is he going to get a level up on his wolf rider now? No, he's not. Okay. Unfortunate. Still feels like he has to take the kill, though. Can't afford to leave that archer alive. Finally able to kill that grunt and take a village back. Going for the leader kill. By way of all of his units are dying. It's a heck of a choice. Also, I would have slowed before that last attack. This does not look good for elves at this point. Looks like there's a little bit of sequencing error in the last turn on the part of the elves. And Cagfiend is able to just keep control of some villages that he really shouldn't have. Keeping slow. I don't see that shaman doing anything except dying, right? Trying to do... My guess is trying to get enough damage marked on it that someone else can get the kill. Interesting. Are you trying to force the level up because then you can get 16 experience? I'm not quite sure what's going on. That's probably not right. Still trying to just recover villages. Elves are still just trying to recover villages. This does not look good. Yeah, you get a level up out of that. But it feels like that was actually intentional from Cacfiend. To try and get 16 experience out of it instead of just 8. Leader is halfway to leveling. 16 experience would pop that to 38. I don't see that happening though. See, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that worked out the way that Cacfiend would have liked. But he still just has a gold advantage, right? Elves are recovering a lot of their villages. But they're not going to get all of them. Cacfiend has had a village advantage for a long time now. Just gonna keep taking villages. He is allowing that one to be recaptured, which it will be. It's a nice lucky wolf rider right there. Fighter? It is a fighter, okay. And I'm guessing that the grunt is going to finish that off. No, I was going to try and fail, okay. Keep taking villages, which forces him to be like, okay, I have a second village now, do you want to finish me off, or do you want to take your village back? It's a pretty aggressive use of a leader. I maybe would have tried to go here instead. Assassin for some marksmen there. Get a couple of... get him within one hit and we'll get the level up into a crossbowman. And that's the game. Okay, cool. Why don't we take a look at the other quarterfinal game that has already happened, which was Krogan here. Krogan versus Arctos. Some fast movers. Goes for 4 there. Also some fast movers. He opted for 2 and is gonna, I assume, go north and grab this one there. And he's pushing up, probably to take that village, that keep next turn. That's a bold push with a leader. I feel like. Maybe it's not. He just falls back, which is interesting. I would have expected him to go for that keep. This map seems big enough that it sort of favors lawful factions because they get to. Because I don't think anyone's in a really good position to attack first night on this map. That's been my read of it, anyway. Ghost kind of got caught out of position. But now Undead is able to take a village with their bat. On first watch. And take a village with the ghost, okay. Backstabbing a ghost, huh? It's bold. Rough stuff being forced to melee attack a ghost. Also just missing units. Or just missing attacks. But the Ulfserker should help with the ghosts. More so, an Ulfserker attack against the Dark Adept is just instant kill. It's just a sort of a mess in the center. Ghost dead. Interesting. Ulfserker versus the ghoul. Okay. I suppose once you attack with an Ulfserker once, you know that that's sort of it, and they need to retreat afterwards, so getting poisoned isn't a big deal. But yeah, Ulfserker against Dark Adepts. Dark Adept is just dead, as we see there. Again, with the backstabbing of ghosts. Thematically, I tell you what, it's just sort of rude. Ghosts have died once already, and you're just gonna try and backstab them? I'm a little surprised by the complete lack of Thunderers from our dwarf friends. I realize they're probably, like, they're glass cannons. Either they hit and do a lot of damage or do nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I feel like you would want, one or two. Just so you can deal with skeletons, even ghosts that you don't want to attack with melee attacks. Undead has a lot of villages right now, which is sort of counteracting their dead units. But they are behind, and they'll need the game to last a longer amount of time for them to be able to pull it back. Backstabbing the ghost again. Yep, now we get a free kill on the Dark Adept with the Ulfserker. That makes sense. Puts that Ulfserker really close to leveling up. Five experience, another kill would do it. Dwarves excel against skeletons with their hammers. Now they've both lost a chunk of units, and so it's kind of hard for dwarves to recapture the villages that they've lost, just because they don't have as many units, which is favoring undead, but undead is further behind because they've lost more units. Looks like dwarves are going to try and get the Ulfserker that level up. And mostly spend the day sort of recovering. That bat's just going to keep flying around and taking villages, if I had to guess. Continue being annoying. Skeleton versus Ulfserker. The Ulfserker only has a blade, if I remember right, so that definitely favors the skeleton. Even during the day. Yeah, kills the skeleton over there. Doesn't get the level up in the Ulfserker that I was expecting. Because, right, okay, that's because Undead made that attack. I'm like trying to monitor their chat, my chat, and the actual actions of the game at the same time. Leader gonna try and use the big ol' hammer. Gets a solid hit off of it. Can't really get punished. There's no undead around for that. Is the Ulfserker looking for the bat to kill, maybe? Maybe 4 experience would be really close to a level up? A lot of conversation in this chat about why there hasn't been a surrender yet. At least from my perspective, this is still a game. I think Undead is favored. But it's definitely not over. Undead trying to make a push. But our dwarf friends have gotten a bunch of footpads to match the chaotic energy. Some zombies even. And a bunch of dark adepts. Let's check in on the stats. Yeah, okay, Undead is really far behind at this point. But they have had a village advantage for a section of the game here. Stuck going melee against a ghost again. But when you outnumber them so heavily, you can do that. Dwarves are going a little bit on the offensive. At least right side they've pushed up a little bit. That might just be for zone of control. But my guess would be that next turn they do some damage. If they're given the opportunity to do so. Undead is retreating and recruiting. Undead seems to have decided that ghosts are good because they can't be killed very easily. And dark adepts are good for damage dealing. A couple of skeletons just to soak up some damage. I do wonder about this because they are stuck. That's a pullback from the right on dwarves to push left instead. Which makes sense given what we said earlier this stream about it being easy to reinforce from this castle to make an attack on the left side. And now Undead needs to shift over to the left. Ulfserker murders another Jim, another Dark Adept. Although this Dark Adept's taking longer to kill. But it does not matter. Chat seems very sure of a dwarf win at this point. I'm inclined to agree. But it definitely is not over yet. Again with the backstabbing of ghosts. It's just rude, I tell you. Undead desperately trying to save their ghost. Should be able to with their skeletons, I assume. Ghost gets to run away. Yeah, it's now dusk, which is going to start to favor undead. But dwarves have enough chaotic units with the footpads and the poachers and the thieves that it's not a total loss for them either. Definitely favorable to the undead, though. But we are going to see some footpads get to go in there. Grab a hammer kill. Oh, no, not quite. So then we're going to need the other footpad, maybe? Ulfserker's going to take it. Okay. Because it doesn't matter how much damage they get dealt. Level up. 8-4. That's pretty insane. Kill another Dark Adept because Ulfserkers. Ah, now the ghost gets to die because we lost Zone of Control. leader coming out when we've got a level 2 Ulfserker. That seems really dangerous. Yeah. Gonna get leader Ulfs, I agree. But I guess you don't have enough. You did recruit, so that's happened. Okay, we're gonna do a bunch of damage here to that Ulfserker, and maybe even end up killing him with the skeleton. So we do get to get rid of the level 2 Ulfserker. The question is, are we gonna do it with the skeleton, or are we gonna do it with the mage? We're gonna do it with the skeleton. Does that level the skeleton? Does level the skeleton. That's a pretty good swing. That is a pretty good swing. Dwarfy zombie. Dwarves backing off. They see the writing on the wall that this attack is not going to go well at night. That's a very measured play. I don't think I would be as disciplined as that. Undead are hemorrhaging villages in the northeast to the combo of Dwarf and Griffin Rider, which they're going to have to deal with. Undead is not looking nearly as bad as they were earlier. I think a lot of people called this game prematurely. Got a long way to go before they can actually win the game. But their loss is not guaranteed. Leader gonna try and help to take care of this Griffin Rider. Oh, can you get a plague off of that? Oh, that would have been so clutch. He pushed in with that skeleton archer, with that poacher. That's interesting. Push after that. Dark Adept, okay. Again, melee attacking a ghost with a fleshy unit. A recipe for frustration, if nothing else. Yeah, you just gave a free kill to the... Oh, you leveled it up. So now there's 2 level 2s from Undead. It's a reasonably strong army. Definitely dwarves have a lot of units. We're going to see a leader go out because they've got this really strong hammer. 17 damage off of that. You see a couple of dwarves try and get some hammers off on the Revenant. Try and level up the Poacher, I would guess? Or maybe the Ulfserker? No, just gonna give the experience to anyone. To the fighter, interesting. Doesn't manage to get the kill, so no level up for the Poacher. That would have been really nice. But that mage is dead. Does that level up the Ulfserker? It does, okay. We're back to 1. Oh! Interesting, we got an Ulfserker back behind the line on the mage. Now the mage does get to attack back and has more hit points, but I don't see that ending well for the Dark Sorceress. So very quickly the tides turned again. But Undead is still just stealing villages from behind the lines of the dwarves. Okay, and that's it. That's the end of it. Arctos surrendered. I think that's probably where I would have said that's it too. That was a very swingy game. Fascinating. Okay. That was a lot of fun. I think that's going to do it. I think we're going to call it there for our Wesnoth stream. I might do some more of these where we look over how the quarterfinal games are going as they play out. Those are the ones that have been played so far. But the tournament is not yet over, so I know there's a solid group of my fan base that really enjoys the Battle for Wesnoth. So we'll try and keep up on that. I'm gonna take a break from playing for a little bit. A little worn out, a little burnt out from the tournament. But we can keep watching some Wesnoth, keep doing some ladder games. And we'll get back into it with the next ladder tournament. I think I'll probably end up doing a different game also alongside this. I just got Oxygen not included because it was on Steam sale a little while ago, so I might try and play through that. That looks right up my alley, so we might do some of that on stream. I might do some Factorio on stream. Stay tuned. I would expect to stream Tuesday night, and then there might not be one until the following week, as I take a little bit of a break. Yeah. Okay, well that's going to do it for today. Thank you for everybody who is still hanging out with me. I'm going to play some ads on the way out. Let me check real quick to see if there's anybody on Twitch playing Wesnoth that I can send you to after the ads finish. I'm gonna guess no. Looks like no. That's okay. We can be the cool kids playing Battle for Wesnoth. So there's no one that I'm following that is live right now either, so I can't send you off to anybody. So we will just run some ads on the way out and say goodbye. And I will see you all the next time we have a stream. You can join the Discord if you would like to keep the conversation rolling and get notified when I go live next. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for hanging out. This has been great, and have a great rest of your Saturday, if it is still Saturday for you. Bye, friends. Take care.